Once point clouds have been attached to a drawing, you can control the number of displayed points and the size of the points to help manage program performance and decrease visual noise. If your point cloud is sparse on points, you can increase the point size to visually fill in the gaps. To adjust the point cloud point size, select one or more point clouds. When you select a point cloud, the ribbon changes to the point cloud contextual ribbon, and you can see the point cloud bounding box. In the display panel, you can click and drag the point size slider to change the value, or type a value in the adjacent point size field. For example, change the point size to 3. You can adjust the number of displayed points by adjusting the density of points that can be displayed. To do this, in the display panel, click and drag the level of detail slider to change the value, or type a value in the adjacent density field. For example, change the density to 8. Note that adjusting the level of detail sets the density for all point clouds in the drawing, and is relative to the maximum points as specified on the 3D Modeling tab of the Options dialog box. On the Point Cloud contextual ribbon, you can expand the Options panel and then use the Show Bounding Box tool to control the display of the point cloud bounding box. Click to expand the split button. By default, this is set to On when selected, so that the bounding box only displays when you select a point cloud. If you choose Always On, the bounding box will always be visible even if a point cloud is not selected. If you choose Always Off, the bounding box will not be visible even when a point cloud is selected. Leave this set to On when selected. You can also click the External Reference button to display the External References palette. This is the same palette that you would use for working with external references, images, and so on. In fact, when you expand the Attach drop-down, you can attach other XREFs, images, DWF files, DGN files, PDF files, or point clouds. Close the External References palette. On the Point Cloud contextual ribbon, the display panel has several additional tools. For example, you can use the Perspective tool to toggle the current viewport to display a perspective or parallel projection. Use the 3D Orbit tool to interactively change the view of objects in 3D. Use the 3D Swivel tool to simulate the effect of turning a camera. And use the 3D Walk tool to interactively create the appearance of walking through the model. These same tools can also be found in other locations within the AutoCAD ribbon. They are included here because they are often quite useful when working with point clouds. Press the Escape key to deselect the point cloud.